and welcome to Judy Talk Show. I have an amazing lady here with me. I see her as a mentor to me. The first time I met her, I saw her resume. I was like, whoa, I want to be like her. She is an author, she's an entrepreneur, a business coach, a radio personality. She does so many things that I can hardly keep track of. Help me and welcome my friend and mentor, Martine. Hello, Martine.
Hello. Thank you for having me, Judy.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming for my show. Do you mind telling the viewers your background?
Sure. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. I'm a best-selling author and speaker. I'm also a business coach.
Awesome.
I'm also a real estate investor. I've been a landlord for about 8 years. And I'm also a 16-year veteran of tax preparation. So I am a tax professional and have been for a while, for a long time. And my background is in business management, and that's my undergrad, and my graduate degree. I did my degree in education. So I am an educator. I teach part-time adjunct professor at the local college here.
Awesome. Oh my, you see what I'm talking about? When I saw her resume, I was wowed. So who is Martine, if you, just for the viewers to know more about you?
Martine, I am a person that loves people. I love giving back. I've been I would say a love of volunteerism. I can remember way back when raising my daughter in the summer times, I would volunteer at the local library. They would have a summer reading program, and I absolutely loved it. I love giving back. Never, expected to receive anything in return, but just wanted to be there for the community, for the children. So I've always had that kind of heart to serve. I am a veteran of United States Army Reserve, so giving back to my country, so I just love an opportunity to be able to be in a position where I can make a difference in the world.
Yes, that is awesome. And you are an instructor. You teach at Metro Community College.
Yes.
You also have a boutique.
Yes.
And you're a tax preparer. What is it from how is it from being in the Army and now being an entrepreneur? Was it hard for you to adjust when you say you retired? When you retired, was it hard for you to adjust to get all those skills and get all those things going for you?
Not really, and I would say the military did prepare me in terms of leadership, so that I could transition into what would have become being an entrepreneur and owning my own business. But it wasn't a harsh transition, because I was a leader even before the military, just being the eldest of my siblings, and being in charge when mom is gone. I'm in charge. So that was instilled in me before, way before the military. And I joined the military my second semester of 12th grade. So so I've always had that background, but even before then, mom prepared me. So yes, which helped me into becoming an entrepreneur and leading people, being a business coach. Being able to be responsible for people's finances through tax preparation.
That's awesome. And what excites you? What are you always looking forward to? I know you have a lot going on, but is there something that whenever you remember, it just excites you?
I move around a lot, and I do a lot of different things. It's because I'm always learning. That's why I'm an educator, because I love to make sure people can be in that that zone as well with me, always learning. But I'd like to try new things. So once I learn something, I'm always ready to move on in a couple years to the next best thing, and it just keeps me, the motivation and what in terms of what I have as far as making a difference. It keeps that momentum going when I'm in different realms, and then I switch over to something new. I'm always learning, and I love to just experience. I'm a world traveler, and so I'm all over the place, and I just love the flexibility and life in general. When you can be able to do the things you love, it makes for an exciting life.
And speaking of traveler, you went to Ghana, right?
Yes.
And you also have a tour. Yeah. Can you tell us Can you tell the viewers about it?
Sure, that's one of our other businesses. My husband and I, my husband's from Ghana, West Africa, so that's the connection. So we have a business called S&M Tours where we take groups to Ghana, West Africa. So we take group trips to Ghana and we tour through about 4 different regions. And we just returned this January of 2020, 11-day stay in Ghana, Accra, Ghana, West Africa. And we have an amazing time. We've been doing this for about 6 or 7 years now.
Yeah, and you can tell she came back from Ghana. She had her hair braided.
Yes, yes.
Just with the sun that is there all looking good.
Yes, we took in everything.
And then back to winter, right?
Yes, back here in the Midwest, it's wintertime in December, January.
Yes.
So it was nice to get away and to travel back to the motherland. In honor of our ancestors and the 400 years was a big deal in 2019, 400 years. 2019 marked 400 years when the first enslaved African came to Virginia, which would be Virginia, United States. So to be able to travel back and honor and commemorate the 400 years and to be able to take people along with me. I took about 8 ladies with me, and so we had a great time.
That's awesome. So if viewers want to travel, maybe they haven't been to Africa and they want to travel to Ghana, can you tell them how they can contact you, how they can get involved to travel to Ghana, and how often you do the tour?
Yes, we do the tour every other year, so we won't be running it again until December of 2021. And people can follow us on our Facebook page. If you're on Facebook, S&M Tours. You can Google me and find ways to get in contact with me. You can send me a message through Messenger. Also, our website is out there, snmtours.business.site. And then also, I have a blog that I keep that talks about our travels. It's under followmybraids.wordpress.com. And I'm also on YouTube under Travel and Sister. So the videos are, we capture a lot of footage when we're in Ghana. It's for educational reasons. I'm an educator, so I'm always teaching people about different cultures and specifically Ghana, West Africa.
Awesome. And something else that you're doing, you are a best-selling author.
Yes, yes.
Do you mind telling us and also showing viewers the book and just give a little summary about the book?
Sure, not a problem. About a year and a half ago, I became a best-selling author. My book is Journey to Greatness.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's an anthology project with about 17 different authors. We're all on the back here. I have chapter 6, which is titled My Journey from My 9-to-5 to Entrepreneurship. So that was in the space at that time. That's what I wanted to write about in reference to our journey.
Yes.
And so the goal was to write about what our journey looked like for us at that time. And so it's a chapter that kind of enlightens people on the road that I took and becoming an entrepreneur, because it took time. I built 2 businesses while I was working my 9-to-5. I came out of corporate America in 2016 and been running my businesses full time. So it just talks about being responsible, having a vision, and it just talks about different aspects of taking that leap of faith if you want to leave your 9-to-5 and venture into the world of entrepreneurship full time.
Awesome. And also I have the book. That was the first time I met you when I came to you did a book signing.
Yes.
Then I saw the book. I'm like, wow. See, whenever this people like you just motivates me more, I'm always thinking, how does she do it? But like you said, you have to take the leap of faith.
Yes.
And after reading your book, I was so inspired, which led me to write mine. So there's always something that when you see someone that you look up to, you have to, you admire them, you have to let them know, because we are the young generation. We are looking towards the people that pave way for us. So thank you for sharing that. And this is a great book. I would say you need to purchase one.
If I could just add real quick, it also has a section in my chapter where it talks about work-life balance, because that is a major deal when you're juggling all the things that I'm juggling.
Yes.
You do have to, you have a family you're taking care of, and you're going to work, and then you're also trying to be an entrepreneur, a side hustler on the side, and trying to build these businesses, build something for your future, to leave a legacy for your family. So it is very important to be in tune to that balance.
Yes, and you also talk about the side hustle.
Yes.
You also have a T-shirt for that as well.
I do. I made a T-shirt, and it kind of spun out of I was invited to be a keynote speaker at an event called Side Hustle Saturday, and so that's where the ideal came from, me wanting to make extra money as a speaker off stage. I'm selling my books, I might as well sell merchandise as well. And so I quick made a T-shirt called Side Hustle 100, and it sold out in minutes. So yes, I teach about how to start side hustles. I have a show on my Facebook page. I run a Facebook Live show on Thursday evenings.
Which I watched.
Yes, you've watched it, so people can catch me there to learn about how to start a side hustle. We talk about everything business related. If your business should be an LLC, business structure. We talk about taxes. We talk about just income streams, different income streams.
Yes. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What other projects do you have going on? Is there something that you have that you want to share with the viewers?
Yes, absolutely. I do. I'm working with a gentleman and a group of other ladies. We're trying to put together a Arthur's seminar where we're going to showcase local artists, authors rather, in this workshop or conference. And so it's to kind of bring to the community awareness of supporting our local authors and maybe have some speakers and breakout sessions where we teach people how to write a book, how to get it published, and things that come along with the journey of becoming an author. Yes. So that's in the works. We're hoping to roll that out summer of this year, 2020. So that's going to be exciting.
Can't wait. Thank you. What is one thing that empowered you the most?
What empowered me the most was that people really get excited when there's someone that they can look up to. And I was that person for a lot of people and still am. And so that's what got me excited. It empowered me to step up because I believe we're put on this earth for a reason. So where we're given God-given talents, I think we should step up and we should exercise that, execute, and be the example that God wants us to be. So I take that to heart, and I do what I'm supposed to do here with the talents that I've given. I don't just sit on them. I put them into practice and bless a lot of people. Yes,
exactly, which is good because God gave each of us talent. And when he gives it to you, he's expecting you to bless somebody with it, to show it. Because if you keep it to yourself, that's what my mom always tell me, if you keep your talent, by the time you want to do it, it's not going to be there. But God gave us something that we always have to show. At the end of the day, he's going to ask us, what did you do with what I gave you? Like the story in the Bible, the master gave the servants, he gave one 5, and then 10, and then 15. The one that he gave 5 said, oh, I kept it because I don't want to use it. So the master called the person, he's being selfish. Even though you have the little ones you have, why didn't you do something with it? So he even took that away from him. So that is something we should always put in life, that even though we have the small one we have, when we start using it, God is going to even expand, give us more ideas. That little thing might blow into something big.
That's right.
Yeah, which is good. I wanted to know, since young ladies like me, we look up to you as our mentor, as someone that inspires us. Is there somebody that you look up to?
Yes, there's a lot of ladies here locally and people that we've never met before that inspire me and that I look up to. And I don't really want to say names because it's everyone has their idol, if you will, or person that they look up to. But if I had to say one, Michelle Obama is definitely someone that I looked up to. She was our first lady of our country, as the first African American first lady. You know, alongside her, you know, the president Barack. And so she is definitely one that comes to mind. There's several, but because of what they do, they give back to the community. And she was a big advocate of you know, helping and working with children and pushing along agendas like, you know, making sure our children can read and things like that. So you know, we all look up to someone for particular reasons, but definitely I do have people that inspire me, and I want to rise to their level as well.
Yes, that's awesome. What advice will you give to your younger self, or well, let's just say your younger self. What advice would you give to your younger self?
I would say to my younger self to have had a more open mind back then as a young person. Nowadays we have a lot of knowledge at our fingertips through the, you know, the internet. But back then, you know, when I was younger, I didn't, but there was still ways that I could learn more. And so I would say to my younger self and to those that are young and are just getting started out here in this world and trying to navigate through everything, is to be open-minded about changes, be open-minded about differences in culture and things like that, because now we have, you know, we're like a melting pot. We would say Florida's a melting pot because there's a lot of different ethnic groups there, but so is Omaha and you know, Nebraska. So just be open to differences, people that think differently than you, especially when we're talking community involvement, politics, anything, you know, along those realms. Just be more aware of what's going on and not be so focused on you.
Exactly. Yeah, because, you know, now with social media is a good thing to get connected with people and know what is going on. But the younger girls now, they see it as a challenge. It kills their self-esteem. So is there any advice you can give to any young girl that is trying to hold your head above water?
Right. Social media can be very influential, and it's good, and it can be bad as well. You referred to or alluded to self-esteem. For our young girls, it's very important to know who you are first before you get out there on social media and try to receive acceptance from, you know, your peers or whomever through the likes and all the hearts and all that other stuff that happens on, you know, Facebook and Instagram and all that. Know who you are, and when you're grounded, you don't have to worry about, you know, negative comments and having that be a part of your mindset and influence you to maybe not think that you're great, because you are great. We're smart and we're beautiful and we're great. So I think when you're grounded and you know who you are, you know whose you are, who you belong to.
That is, that is true.
It makes all the difference in the world, and you can navigate through all of the stuff that goes along and around in social media.
Yes, I love how you put it. Who you are and whose you are.
That's right.
which is God, right?
That's right. We're referring to God.
To God, yes. That is awesome. Do you have any events coming up that you want to let the viewers know about?
I do, with the boutique. We own an African boutique. We're doing a lot of, this is Black History Month. This is February, Black History Month.
Yes, it is.
So because of the type of business we are, an African boutique, we do a lot of community business expos around town. There's a lot of events focusing on small business, expos and Black History Month. And so we're doing an event. We have another event on the 22nd of February. We're going to be a vendor at the National Council of Negro Women. So that's an event that's open to the public. They're going to be celebrating their Harambe brunch, and they do this every year. And so we're going to be a vendor over there, and we look forward to doing that event. We do that event for them every year, so we love partnering up with them to make it a successful event.
Yes, and also speaking of that, I'm also a member. Do you mind the time so viewers can be able to to know the time of the event
Sure.
and the location?
Sure, I believe
know you
it.
said the location too.
Yes, I believe it starts at 10 a.m. and I apologize, I don't remember where exactly. I think I
So
don't know
the
if you know where it's going to be back at
yeah,
UNO. Okay.
Thompson Center. I
Right.
think
Okay.
believe
The
that's it,
UNO
yeah.
Thompson Alumni Center.
Yes.
So that's on the 22nd, and it is a brunch. So you're coming, you're getting a meal, you're getting great speakers. We're going to be there selling African wares, from clothing to jewelry to your cosmetic soaps and butters, shea butters, and all that good
I
stuff.
love shea butter.
Yeah. So it's going to be a great event. Come out and support it.
Yes, awesome. Do you mind telling the viewers how to get in touch with you? I know you have some social media.
Yes.
Yes.
You can find me on all social media platforms under Martine Quartey. Google me, and you'll see a lot of where I show up at in the social world, in the World Wide Web. You can find me everywhere. It's not hard to find me.
It's not hard to find you. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I know if we start talking now about your accomplishment, we're going to say a lot, but like you said, we can always Google you and follow you on social media, which shows any event that you have coming up.
Yes.
So I want to say thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome,
and also
Judy.
keep inspiring younger ones, people like me that look up to you. Thank you for coming.
You're so welcome. I'm so glad that you invited me to the Judy Talk Show.
Oh, you're
I
welcome.
appreciate you. And I look up to you too.
Oh, you're welcome. And also, I think I forgot, almost forgot, you have you're on a radio personality.
Oh, yes,
Do
yes.
you mind telling the viewers about that as well?
Not a problem at all. And I forget that because that just recently just happened, maybe like 4 months ago. So that's real new. I am a radio personality on 95.7 FM, The Boss Show, KOWN. And so we do the Boss Morning Show from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. So I'm one of the co-hosts on that show, and we bring in entrepreneurs, small business owners, speakers, artists, authors to come talk about their business and any events that they maybe have in the community. We bring on community leaders. We had a senator, Nebraska senator, on the show today. So all kinds of people, community leaders, we bring them onto the show just to be able to give more information out, give back to the community and keep the community informed.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. You see what I'm talking about? She's somebody that I look up to, like any small girl that is growing up, like when they want to, because we always have to inspire someone. That's why God gave us the gift. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You have heard my guest, Martine. You can follow her on her social media on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And she also have the side hustle 100%, she said. And she is a business coach. So if you ever have an idea that you always wanted to bring to life and you want to write a book, she's also a coach as well. So keep in touch with her. And thank you for watching Judy Talk Show on KPAO. Thank you and have a nice day.